Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have the Act 2 interlude, the Council of the Generals. As the battles between the demons and the humans continue, the leaders of the Imperial forces meet with their elven and dwarven allies to discuss further strategies. Meanwhile, General Cleavehand and General Greymore lead an attack from two flanks against the demons. Why can we not play as Salier and Blem? Like, come on, that would be such a good mission. Okay, against the demons to further push them out of the kingdoms. The battles are going slowly, however, and casualties are rising high. A new strategy is required if the Imperials want to win this war. Man, it sounds like such a good mission, like two of them meeting up again and pushing out. Damn, man. That would be so good. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm glad you all could make it. We have gathered here to discuss the progress of the war. Although we managed to reconquer some territories, the attack on the Darren outpost changed things. Make it quick, Bloodclaw. I'm needed at the front line. Hell yeah. I'm sure General Cleveland and Greymore can push out for a bit without you, Tobrick. Maybe. The Darren outpost was not the first nor the last time that the demons attacked us behind the front lines. Another example would be the attack on the elves. Attacks from the inside must be prevented at all costs. If we let them get out of control, they will not only kill our people but also attack our armies from behind when they are not ready for it. I can see the reasoning behind that, but I'd still prefer just sending more troops to the front to increase the pressure on the demons. If we could take back the lost territories of Lore and maybe even push into the Isilmer, we could severely limit the demons' ability to attack us. I want to point out that the position of our last line of defense makes absolutely no sense. Defending the Death Mountain is completely irrelevant. There is a chain of garrison just a few miles behind it. We'd need less soldiers to defend our position there and could send more into battle. I agree with Sir Larry. Defending the Dead Mountain is a waste of resources. The entire Bear Regiment had to be deployed to set up defenses, along with several other regiments and forces. If I didn't know any better, I would think General Cleveland is sabotaging our defensive capabilities. Okay. You can't be serious, Ramirez. As I said, I do not think he would willingly do this, but I'm not sure if he... I'm sure your dragons will be able to make up for the lack of defenses, General Pryblade, and the Solarian pikemen you have brought to the front lines should as well, Sir Larry. This is not what I... With all due respect, General Elder, I agree that General Cleveland's decisions have put us into weak defensive positions, but he is the one who has been put in charge of defense. Also, as long as our soldiers are able to keep pushing forward, we should be fine. Fergan, you and the Bear Regiment hold the main responsibility when it comes to defensive line. You are the one who should know the best. Tell us, can you defend it against the demons? Yes, we can hold the line. If the demons come, my men and I will fight to the last man. We will not let any of them break through. As long as I live, the kingdom of Lore will not fall. Good, then sell then. Well then, how are things going at the front line, Sir Larry? Slowly, we had taken the better defensive position, and you have made your opinion regarding this matter quite clear, Sir Larry. I did not ask you to repeat it. I asked you to tell me how things are at the front. Now answer the question. Very well then, General. Things are going slowly. We're making some progress, but we're losing many soldiers. It will cost us many lives to win this war. Good. Was it really that hard? Well then, you heard them, lords and ladies. We might be able to get some lost lands back, but that's it. The demons have shown that they still have some tricks in store for us, and they will do all they can to halt our advance. The Emperor himself has sent word that we should prepare to retreat into the other kingdoms, mainly the kingdom of Carol, which would be the next main target of the demons in case that we cannot hold Lore. The Emperor would never have ordered anything like that. He's no coward. He knows that his soldiers are more than capable of defending his lands. With no intention of retreating, we'll continue pressing on and push the demons back behind their little void, and then we'll pursue them and die, Dobrik. Only charging forward is not going to win this war. That's why we have you and your bear regiment staying behind, twiddling your thumbs while we win this war. I'll pretend I didn't hear you call the Emperor a coward, Genitus, for your own sake. The Emperor has faith in his armies, but he wants them to survive in case something unexpected happens. That's why he gave the order. Regardless, I've decided that it was time for us to consider our options when it comes to increasing our effectiveness in battle. The Emperor has authorized me to make certain changes to increase our chances of winning this war. Oh, what exactly do you have in mind, Garden? We have to use every advantage that we can get. That includes certain types of magic. Wait, are you talking about... I'm talking about a victory, total victory, and to accomplish that we have to forget every scrapple. We need arts of magic we banned in the past. Necromancy, forbidden arts of knowledge, secret and hidden artifacts. Everything that was forbidden must be used. They're too powerful to be renounced. Necromancy? The forbidden arts? What's that supposed to be? Demonology? This is wrong, Garda. Demonology is about demons and their foul magics that will corrupt our people. Necromancy is nothing but a violation of the dead. Also, as far as I know, necromancers tend to disappear once they have gained a certain amount of power. Demonology, if studied correctly, is about controlling the demons and their magic, not about becoming their slaves, and necromancy may be a violation of life, but that doesn't change the fact that it's useful. True soldier doesn't need things such as necromancy or any dark arts to succeed. It is our brotherhood and our strength that will lead us to victory. You're a great warrior, Dobrik, but brute force alone won't win the war. Neither will your little secret operations, Bloodclaw. A true general leads his men from the front and not from the shadows or behind an army of bowmen. Be that as it may, the Emperor has permitted the use of necromancy. He had reservations about demonology, which I can understand, but he has authorized me to recruit all eligible necromancers. The Iron Fist has already conducted many of the necromancer cults. Contacted that are hidden throughout the kingdoms. They are no longer outlawed for their use of necromancy in exchange for their services. I like this, but I think Bloodclaw is right. A soldier who falls in battle could rise again and serve his race, and that cursed demon slaves could be put to good use well. Very well then, General Bloodclaw. Do what you think is right, but I warn you, if these necromancers get out of control, I will deal with them myself. While it is not our business to interfere with what Empire allows, I support General Bloodclaw's proposal. You Imperialists can do whatever you think is right to do. We dwarves do not have no necromancers among our people anyway. I like the thought of using necromancers to increase our numbers. I think excellent idea, Garden. What you have to do, Bloodclaw, but don't expect me to treat this scum with any respect. I do not care in the slightest how you treat them, Genitus. Damn. With that out of the way, I suggest we discuss our strategies from this point onward. These books are fascinating. I could spend days here reading them all. Well then, General Bloodclaw, why have you called us to this secret meeting of yours? Yes, I'd like to know that as well. Coming here without being noticed wasn't easy. Wanted to get straight to the point anyway. I think that someone had a hand in the attack of the Darren outpost, someone from within the Imperial Army. You think there is a traitor among us then? I'm absolutely sure about it. One of the journalists is working for the demons and giving them both information about our movements and access to our lands. It goes without saying that we have to find out who the traitor is. What do you suggest? Must gather more information without the trader growing suspicious. I have some leads on this and that I'm currently investigating. How can we help you then, General Bloodclaw? Officially, you two are supporting Merlin as he sets up his fleet. In truth, you will travel to Darren Outpost and inspect its whereabouts. I'm sure that demons have conquered it for some reason. I'm convinced that we will find something below that surface. You can count on us, General Bloodclaw. Whatever is down there, we'll find it. Good. You'll rendezvous with Merlin once you have completed your investigation. Merlin, you'll simply return to your post and fight any fleet that endangers our defense. We'll meet again soon. Be prepared for anything. Okay. So, why have you called for this little secret meeting, Janitas? Haven't we wasted enough time here already? It won't take long, Berengar. But there is one important matter to discuss, the incident at the Darren Outpost. I believe that there is more to it than we know. What do you mean, Lord Janitus? I believe that the attack of the demons was both well organized and planned. I believe that they had help. You mean that there was treason involved, or the elves or one of our own? Unthinkable. There is a traitor among us. I daren't to reveal himself to me, so that I can teach him a thing or two about imperial justice. I admire your confidence, Berengar, but I doubt that the traitor that infiltrated our ranks would be foolish enough to face you in a single combat. Whom do you suspect? If there really is a traitor in our midst, it could be anyone. I think we can limit the list of possible traitors. I don't think that any of you could have done the deed. You were occupied with the orcs after all. Why is Zoya not with us then? I don't think Blackfall was involved either, but I did not want too many people in this room. Besides, if my direst suspicions are true, she may be in good terms with the traitor without knowing that he is. What are you on about? Zoya won't. You know, something just occurred to me. Isn't it very convenient that the Bloodclaw just happened to be close to the Darren Outpost after the demons took control of it? What was his mission anyway? Exactly, Sir Larry. This is why General Bloodclaw is my main suspect at the moment. I never liked the Bloodclaw, but a traitor? That is quite the accusation, Janitus. Indeed. What do you think, Canis? No doubt that there is traitor in our ranks, but it is dangerous to speak of these things without proof. Wouldn't you agree, Lord Janitus? Yes, of course. It is merely an assumption. Ooh, this guy knows. What do you suggest we do then? Investigate the Darren Outpost? No, I do not think that we would find anyone there. We do not want to raise any suspicions, and as I said, I'm merely making assumptions. I have no proof yet. So we just wait and do nothing then, for the time being. We'll focus on the war effort. It is possible that the traitor was nobody important or got betrayed and killed by his demon masters. I only wanted you to keep your eyes open. Okay, so that was a lot of information. It seems that there are gonna be signs, and this time Larry is gonna be accompanied by Berengar, unfortunately. But I don't know. Berengar trusts Canos, and Canos seems to be onto Janitus, so maybe we'll avoid everything and entire betrayal, you know. The story seems to be changing. I like it. Well, until next time then. See you.